bottom might not have the same rights as people at the top. Did you have anything to add to that?
And the people at the top were more liked than people at the bottom.
Okay, the people at the top were more liked. I'll replace that word with respected. The people at the top were more respected. Anyone have anything to add before we move on so we can actually prove this? Ooh, Desiree's coming out of her seat. Desiree, then Mark, and then we move on. And I'll get you next.
The people at the bottom had different rules than the people at the top. And if the people at the bottom, they didn't follow the rules, they would be beaten and killed.
Okay, so she's going back to Hinduism. And for Hinduism, they're beaten and killed. But typically, they're just had some sort of very, very harsh consequence. Good job remembering that. Then Mark.
I remember that on the top that it was some kind of priest that had spiritual connection with the gods.
Okay, so for ancient Egypt, which we're looking at right now, the person at the top, the pharaoh, was considered kind of like a demigod. He was half god, half human. All right, part 2 of your guided notes says, let's see it in action. I'm going to read through this paragraph real quick, and as I'm reading, you will fill in these sections based on what I said. Ready? Waiting for Desiree? Perfect slants. Thank you. Thank you. Go. The top of the Egyptian social structure pyramid is for the pharaoh. There were also government officials, like nobles and priests. Nobles are rich people. Soldiers, thank you, Melissa, for filling this in. Soldiers came below, and then came the scribes. Scribes were the only people in ancient Egypt who knew how to write. So, of course, they were very important. Next came the merchants. They were important because they sold products and made money. Good job, Cordell. The artisans were important because they made the goods, but not as important because they did not sell them. All right, Melissa's catching up. The farmer comes next because even though it's necessary, we don't always think of farmers as being important. At the very bottom come the slaves. They are the foundation of the pyramid. Even though they are at the bottom, meaning they are the least important, they should be considered the most valuable since they do everything. Who here could fill that in the amount of time it took me to read that? All right, Lawrence, I need your help at my computer. Thank you. Anthony, can you tell me, since you're so excited, what comes at the very top of this pyramid? Raise your hand. No, you already called on you. What's at the very top?
Pharaoh.
Let's see. Good. What comes next? Tiara. Let's see it. Awesome. What comes next? Mark? Soldiers. Xavier?
Scribes.
Scribes. You betcha. Hector? Merchants, you say? Let's see. Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, yes, they did.
What comes after merchant? James. Let's see. Yes. And what comes next, Sydney?
Farmers.
Farmers. And last but not least?
Slaves.
Slaves. Thank you. Back to your seat. 2 claps for Lawrence. 1, 2. Now, there's a column on your paper. It says what's good about this structure and what's bad about it. Having such a great order can be good, but also having such a strict society can be bad. I know that you can develop really strong arguments for the one that you believe, but show me that you can do one for the one you don't believe too. You can work with a partner, but you need to fill in both sides of this part. You have until 12:16 to fill that in. Go.
That is one to like that because it's gonna start causing people to be like, well, I want to be there. Right now,
The good thing is
But the pharaoh,
at least they
Toby.
I
give
think
you a
the
couple
good
of good
thing
words, okay?
about the social,
I'm going to put some words right here and you tell me if it goes in this column or this column. If I say the word organized, is that good or bad? Write it down. If I say the word inequality, that's good. Now ED. Let's see it. There you are. Now if I say inequality.
that they consider the slaves the most valuable.
Inequality. That's an L. I. L. You say L. I. T. Okay, I need 100% of participation, so let's try that one more time. Much better. Who can tell me something good? Use a complete sentence and use a sentence stem if you can. Something good about that social structure pyramid. Go ahead, Sandra.
I think that what's good about the structure is that they organize and they're ordered.
Okay, so I think what's good about the structure is that they're organized and, what was the other word? And they have order. That is beautiful. Are you going good or bad?
Oh, no, man.
Go bad.
One bad thing is that the slaves are treated like they're not important because they're way at the bottom, but they do more work than the others.
Okay, and you think that that's not fair?
I think it's unfair.
Okay, beautiful. One more. I need someone to argue good. Lawrence?
I believe that this social structure pyramid keeps people in order and makes people have jobs so they aren't broke super the slaves.
Beautiful. And there's also one more word before we move on to bad that I want Cordell to say.
Chaos. Ain't no chaos. There won't be any chaos. What a good trying to say.
And there won't be any chaos. Exactly. One more good argument before we move on. Anthony.
I believe that what's good about the social structures is that the social structures were very rare.
That could be something that's good. We're going with bad, though. So, do you have a bad argument? Oh, Gabrielle, good job. Can you tell her good job? Very good. I need someone to tell me why this is bad. Cordell jumping out of the seat, but we're going to go with Sydney.
I think it will cause chaos because, like, certain people that are, like, mid-class or in the middle are going to be like, well, I want to be at the top, and then they're going to start trying to kill people to get up there and just start causing.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I hadn't thought about that, actually. We're just assuming that these people are the ones that are unhappy, but these people right here in the middle could be unhappy, too. That's really wonderful. I'm going to give you a cab cash for